What's going on, guys? Balkan Architect here, and today, well, we're building a white picket fence. So I created this whole complex course on stairs and railing in Revit, and if you're interested in that, check out my Patreon. That's going to be the first link in the description of this video. There I have that course. It's being uploaded now, and also it will be available on my website a bit later on. There I have more courses like a beginner to intermediate course in Revit, so check that out. That's going to be the second link in the description. So in that course I showed you how to create a fence, but I found this kind of a white picket fence that has sort of it goes up and down and up and down, and I think it looks really cool. So I thought, well, why not make something like that in Revit? So that's what I decided to do in this tutorial. So that's what I'm going to be showing you. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. Okay, so here we are in Revit, and now we're going to be creating our white picket fence. Now, the first thing that we need to create is a new project. Now, a railing family, which we're going to be using for our fence, is a system family. Now, system families can only be created in projects. They cannot be created in the family editor. So what I'm going to do is just go here to New, go to the architectural template, click OK, and here we are in Revit. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is now create the families or the profiles that we're going to be using for our railing family or our fence family. Now, for that, we need a few things. So first, we need two rail profiles, and that's actually going to be the same profile repeated twice. So what I'm going to do is just go here to File, go to New, and then go to a family. Now for this family, for the family template, I'm going to scroll all the way down until I can find metric profiles, and I'm just going to use the generic metric profile. So just click open, and there we go. Okay, so once you're here, it's really simple. I'm just going to be using the align tool and then creating a simple rectangle, so just something like this. Hit the escape key a couple of times, and then what I'm going to do is set up the dimensions. So you just want to move the witness line here to the center, and then half of this is going to be, let's say, 10 millimeters, making it in total of 20 millimeters width. Now the height is going to be, let's say, half of the height is going to be 75, making it a total of 150 millimeters or 15 centimeters. Okay, so once we have this profile, what we need to do is first save it and then load it into the project. Now, if you don't save it and you load it into the project, it's going to be saved as family 1, and if you make any modifications to this family later on, you might run into trouble because it will be remembered as a different family. So what you need to do is just make sure to save this family, and let's just save it on the desktop as the fence rail family. There we go, and just hit enter, and now we can load it into the project and just close it. There we go. So once we have this profile loaded in, the next step is to create the actual pickets or the balusters. So in order to create those, because this is going to be an alternating fence, we need to create a few of those. Now what I'm going to be doing is just going here to File, go to New, again go to Family. Now here what we want to do is just find a metric baluster. So just go to metric baluster, hit open, and that's it. Okay, so here this is where we're going to be creating our baluster. Now what I'm going to be doing here is just creating a simple extrusion. Now of course you can add complexity to it if you want. I'm just going to keep it as a simple extrusion, so I'm just going to go here to extrusion, and then we have to pick a work plane. Now keep in mind that we're looking at this from the left, so what's perpendicular to us, the reference plane on which we're going to be working, is going to be the center left right. So you can just pick it by name and then pick out the center left right. Once you click OK, we have picked that work plane, and now we can create our picket. So let's just go here to the rectangle tool, and let's just create a simple rectangle kind of like this. There we go. Now for the width of this, let's keep it at 5 centimeters or 50 millimeters for kind of the half of the dimension, making it a total of 100 millimeters. Now for the height of this, we want to start off from the highest baluster, so let's just keep this at maybe 1000 millimeters. There we go. And for the top of this, just to make it a bit more interesting, I'm going to create an arc instead of, Just go from here to here, and there we go. Hit the escape key a couple of times, and let's just get rid of this line. Okay, so once we have the first one, what we want to do is just hit save, and then also we have to set up the extrusion start and the extrusion end, because if I take a look at this maybe from the front elevation, it looks like this, or in reference level, oops, there we go, it looks like this. Now this is way too wide. If maybe we take a look at it from 3D, this is not what you want to have. So what we're going to be doing is just go back here to reference level, select this, and then let's do the extrusion end at maybe something like 15 millimeters and the extrusion start at -15. This is going to both center it, and also it's going to make it equal, it's going to make it 3 centimeters. Actually, that's a bit too wide. Let's try 10 and then -10. I think this is going to work a bit better. Okay, there we go. We have our main picket. Okay, so once we have this, we need to save it. So for that, of course, let's just go here to save, and then let's just call this one baluster 1. Hit save, there we go. Okay, so once we have this, let's go back into our left elevation, select it, go to edit extrusion, and we're just going to select the top arc, go to the move tool, and bring it down by the value of, I don't know, maybe let's go with 150 millimeters. There we go. Finish this, go to file, save as, family, and then let's save this one as baluster 2. There we go. Now again select it, go into edit extrusion, select the top part, and again move it down. Again, the value is 150. Hit finish, go to file, save as, family, and this can be baluster 3. Hit save, and then finally, once again, let's select this family, and let's go into edit extrusion, select the top part, move it down. Maybe in this case 120 will do the job. There we go, hit finish, and then finally save. Save as, family, and then this will be baluster 4. There we go, we have created our 4 balusters. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is just closing this family off. So let's see, there we go, close everything off, and we're back into our project. Okay, so now we have to load in those balusters. So I'm just going to go here to insert, go into load family, and then here I'm just going to navigate to my desktop and just select all of these 4 balusters and open those up. Okay, so once these are loaded into the project, now it's time to finally assemble our fence. So to create our fence, I'm just going to go here to architecture and then go to railing. Now once we're here inside of the railing family, Revit is going to offer us the 110 millimeter railing type as the first option. Now, of course, just go here into edit type, and we're just going to be duplicating this. So just go to duplicate, and let's call this our fence. Click enter, there we go. Okay, so now we have to edit both the rail structure as well as the baluster placement. But before we do all of that, let's just get rid of the top rail because we don't need it. So just uncheck this. There we go. Now let's go into rail structure. We don't really have any, so let's load it in. So I'm just going to load in the new one. Let's just leave it at the new rail, and for the profile, let's search for our fence rail family. There we go. For the material, let's go into the material editor, and let's search for paint. So here, let's see. Okay, here we have some white paint, so let's load that in, hit apply, hit OK, and there we go. Now, of course, the height of this should be determined, and let's set the height of the lower one at 30 centimeters, and let's see what that looks like. So let's open up the preview. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we're having some trouble at this point, but don't worry. So I'm just going to duplicate this one, and let's add the second one at maybe 80 centimeters, or maybe let's go with 60. Hit apply. There we go. Okay, so we still can't see it. Maybe if we view it from the left, but yeah, we still don't have a family, but that's okay at this point. So let's just click OK to finish this off. Now we're going to go here to the properties panel and go into edit type, and then let's create or duplicate this type. So I'm just going to go to duplicate, and let's call this one fence. Okay, I'm just going to click OK, and now you can either start from the rail structure or from the baluster placement. I prefer starting from baluster placement, so I'm just going to go here to baluster placement, go into edit, and there we go. Okay, so here we just have the irregular baluster loaded in, and then here it's going to say baluster family. So this is that baluster that you load in. So I'm just going to pick first the first one, and then here for the top rail element, I'm just going to change it from the top rail to host. So it's going to give us a top offset of set to well, what we have, whatever we want. I'm just going to set it to 1000. There we go. And now what I like to do is just open up the preview just to see what that would look. Now, of course, we can't really, let me resize this a little bit. There we go. Okay, because we can't really see any change, if I hit apply, now we can see a change happen. So we have the main rail or the main baluster loaded in, and now we can select this and then hit duplicate. Now let's change this to baluster 2 and then hit apply. And then, as you can see, this is what will happen. Now I'm just going to select this, hit duplicate, set this to baluster 3, hit apply. There we go. And then let's go to duplicate again, set this to baluster 4, hit apply. There we go. Okay, so the next step is just to repeat the process in the opposite direction. So go here, go to duplicate. Now this is going to be baluster 3, and then duplicate, and then baluster 2, and then finally we end up at baluster 1. Now for the distance from previous, it's currently set to 275 millimeters. Now that may be a bit too much, so let's try 150. That might be a bit too close, or let's see, let's try for all of these. So 150, or actually let me try something. Okay, we can't input all values at the same time. 150, 150, and then hit apply. Okay, this might be a bit too close, so maybe 200 will do the job. So let's try that. There we go, one more, and then let's hit apply. Okay, I think this is a good point. And then for the start post, the corner post, and the end post here, I'm just going to set all of these to our baluster 1, so the highest one. So always to start from the highest one, and at the corners to place the highest one. And then also you have to set up the rest of these. So for example, the top should be set to host, and then the offset should be set to 1000. Okay, let's add a 0 here. There we go, hit apply, and this is what we get. Okay, so once we have all of this set up, now it's time to make just a couple of more adjustments. So let's click OK to exit out of that. Let's get rid of the top rail as we don't really need it anymore, and then let's add the horizontal elements. So let's just go here to the rail structure, go into edit, insert one, and just for the profile, I'm just going to choose that, let's see, the fence rail family, and then let's hit apply. There we go. So currently it's at the bottom, so let's give it an offset, something like 300 maybe. Let's see, oops, not the offset, the height, sorry. This should be at 0, so the height. And then let's hit apply. Okay, this looks good. And then for the offset, as you can see, this is kind of overlapping with the fence, so here we need to add 20 millimeters, I think. There we go, now it's out of the way, and we can just duplicate this and move the second one up by the value of 600 perhaps. There we go, maybe this one can be at 200. Now that I think about it. There we go, this looks okay. So now you can just hit apply, okay, and now it's time to place our fence. So if I just place it, hit finish and go into 3D, this is what we have. So this is our white picket fence. Now, of course, you can play around with the distances and the heights just to make it look a bit more interesting. And also you can always go here into edit type and then change the color. So if you go into rail structure, you can change the material here, or if you go to the baluster placement, you can change, or if you go into the baluster itself, of course, if you open up all of these baluster families, you can change the material of the balusters itself to make it that white picket fence. Okay, so that's how you create this fence. Now, if you want to learn more and explore the railing tool as well as the stair tool in depth, I have that stair and railing in Revit course, so please check it out. It's available currently on my Patreon, and it will be up on my website soon as well. So make sure to subscribe to one of those two services or get one of those courses there. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this quick tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something new and interesting, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day.